Awesome, fancy internet. Ho, ho, ho. Hello, everyone. This is a test to see how well this internet access works. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to pop on if you're available. It's, let's see. It's Tuesday night. It's about 7:40 p.m. my time. I've got a couple stories to share with you guys, a couple random YouTube comments, and I want to go back, way back, to some old comments and stuff. What's up, Z Oliver? Good to see you. As you know, service interruptions in my area, but we got fancy Starlink internet service now, so I don't foresee that being much of a problem. And since we're in a very clear area, there have been no disruptions with service so far, so this will be my first live stream trying out the new internet service. So let's hope it works out. It's going well so far. So let's see. I've got my friend Larry here. I want to introduce everybody too, but before I do that, what's up, Beanie? I was just thinking about you earlier. I was like, I should really message her. And I've just been so fucking busy. So yeah, I've been working a lot, getting a lot of sun, getting hurt. Got hurt, as many of you may have seen on my last live stream. What's up, Ashar? Yes, I even mentioned you in the title was that I was going to talk about the video you sent me earlier. As I know, IHD already discussed it, but I would like to read the whole article and talk to you guys about it and obviously get some opinions. And in this article, I like to say love, but I despised the fact that they said, oh, well, we just don't fuck Fluffy. What's up, Mutt Free World? Where they're like, oh, we just don't trust the dog around our children anymore, so we let the sheriff's office take it and to rehome it. And I was like, rehome it? What is wrong with people? Whatever happened to... Look, someone kills a child, right? A murderer kills a child. And you see everybody in the trial like, no punishment's good enough. It'll never be good enough. We'll never get our child back. I hope you rot in hell. You're going to pay for your sins. All this type of stuff, right? Normal reactions to losing your child to some kind of sick murdering fuck. And then you get these dogs that murder people's kids and they say, hey, let's rehome him, right? Hello, Kathleen. And it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. And it just makes you wonder what's going on in these people's heads. And once again, this is why I'm constantly comparing this to a victim of domestic violence. No matter how many times the man or the woman is harming the significant other, the partner, they over and over, no, I can help him. He needs to go to counseling. Or sometimes it's women abusing men and it's, oh no, she's just having a bad day. These are just episodes she has. I've learned to deal with it. It's so sick. So we're going to go over this article. I got to show you guys this. So I've been getting all these pelts from a friend of mine in Alaska that traps and hunts everything himself. I actually have a wolverine, a fox, but I want to show you guys Larry the lynx. Look at that neck hair. And this is from an area in Alaska. There's tons of critters. So nobody has to sit back and think like, oh, no, not the last lynx in Oregon. No. And this son of a bitch is big. Now, I'm going to do this to you guys because I'm an asshole. It's even got his butthole. Don't mind me. But I wanted to show you guys how big this fucker's claws are. So, look at that. Now, when you hear about different mountain lions, and lynx are much smaller. What's up, Ling? Lynx is much smaller than a mountain lion. But you think about one of these things attacking a dog. And, shit. Thank you, Ashar. So, I'm a fucking pimp now. I didn't know if you guys knew that. I promise I won't finger his butthole again, right? So, I look tired because I am tired. Let me get Larry out of here. We're just going to thank you for your appearance, Larry. And on the next video, I will show you guys Wally the Wolverine. But moving on to relevant topics that don't involve me fingering roadkill, essentially, which I don't apologize. I don't apologize. And look, here's someone we've all missed. It's Fluffy. I'm sure I'll be tying my hair up and worrying about it. Internet service is not only kicking ass, okay, and just doing exactly what I want it to, it's stupid fast, and I'm able to pull up articles, the live stream's not being interrupted, and this is actually the worst time of day for a live stream. So that's why I wanted to try it out. I thought, let's see what happens. Ads are popping up. I'm able to get rid of them. I mean, you can't beat this. I'm pretty stoked about it. We're starting an internet gaming cafe in my extra house. And so we put this stupid fancy internet over there. And it's fucking badass. So I'm going to pull up the article over here, although I know you guys have probably seen it, okay, through IHD stream, as I mentioned. But I want to show you guys a little bit. So I'm going to show you a couple of these pictures. Let me pull you guys up so I can make sure I'm actually... What's up, BN? It's good to see you. Okay. So here's this poor child, okay, and an advertisement. You like that? And I'm going to show you some of the pictures now so I can just focus on actually reading the article to you and discussing it. And so here's this poor child. And, he survived. And this is some of these propaganda pics that we're constantly talking about, where the child, see, this is where I don't understand, where they can't figure out why we feel the way we do. You show pictures like this, you put this all over your Facebook, and then the next day, the child is attacked. Okay? That's why we're constantly saying that this is dangerous, that this is child endangerment. And they wonder why we sit there and report all these articles. And it's because of this shit right here, where they insist on showing these children with these dogs over and over again. And then the child ends up like this. Okay? That's one. Yeah. And I know IHD talked about it. I actually wanted to read the article, and then I want to go over some older stories that were in my information. So let's get into it. Let me pull this article back up. I'm so stoked about the internet thing right now. I didn't realize how much I was going to like this. Mother of 8. She has 8 children with this dog around the children. Shares horrifying pictures of her son, whom is 2 years old, whose face was ripped to shreds after being attacked by the family's soft Stafford shit bull terrier cross, who is his best friend. They have to say cross, but you've seen the pictures. There is no cross. What's it crossed with? More pit bull? Okay, so just shut the fuck up. It kills me. Mother of 8 has shared horrifying pictures of how her 2-year-old son's face was ripped to shreds after being attacked by the family's Stafford shit bull terrier. Child murderer, that's his name today, who is his best friend. Because that's what best friends do. Photos show how Romy Griffiths was left with deep lacerations across his nose and face, a fractured jaw, and even missing teeth from the attack. Even his teeth. His mother, Jody Griffith, 35, was at work on December 27th when she received the heart-stopping call from her partner that their son had been seriously bitten. Now, I'd like to point out, in a lot of these photos where the son's already been bitten, the mother's like ridiculously dressed up. I mean, like makeup perfect, these outfits, like fancy outfits. And it's because she knows she's going to get attention with these pictures of her son. I'm not allowed to put up a graphic picture of a child, and I get taken down off YouTube. You're allowed to dress like you're going to a fucking ballroom or, oh, fuck, she looks like a crazy whore. So a nightclub, and parade your son around with these horrific face injuries that are going to alter him for life. Okay, you see what I'm saying? As the toddler and his siblings played in the living room with their new flying helicopters, the 8-year-old family dog, child murdering piece of shit, slept on the couch nearby. Romy's father, Daniel Griffiths, 32 years old, was looking away for a second. A second. How often do we see this? And when are they going to figure it out? How dangerous this is. When the boy screamed out in agony and turned around to find him covered in blood after a single bite had torn through his nose. The parents say the dog, who was their son's best friend, gotta keep pointing that out, had never been aggressive before, leaving them convinced he'd been startled awake from the flying toy and lunged at the toddler's face in shock. You know, I've been scared by my best friend, and I've never lunged at their face and attacked them. Police said the dog was seized under Section 3 of the Dangerous Dog Act, assessed for rehoming, and then humanely destroyed. Okay? She's now shared the shocking photos of her son's injuries to warn other parents about the risk of dog attacks, even with trusted family pets. We've been saying that. She said the kids were playing in the front room and the dog was asleep in the chair. My partner had got up to go to the kitchen, but didn't even get to the kitchen when we heard him scream and turned around, and that's just how fast it happened. This is what we've been saying. You can't trust these things around anybody, let alone children. I think the dog was startled awake by one of the copters. She keeps repeating herself. I was at work and got a call from my partner saying the dog had bit the baby. I was very panicked and couldn't believe. I still find it hard to get my head around. How? When I got home, he was covered in blood, and my partner was covered in blood as well. He was screaming. Then he started dozing off to sleep. The doctor said it was because of shock. Then they gave him morphine until he went to surgery. They say theater. He didn't quite realize how bad it was until after his surgery because he wouldn't let anyone look at his face. Yeah, no shit. Fractured his jaw. Ripped all of his nose off. Ripped out 3 teeth from the root. He had to have hundreds and hundreds of stitches. They lost count of how many stitches. The damage was really bad on the inside of the nose, and they said if the dog had bit down a little bit more, his whole nose would have been bitten off. Always blaming the children. Always. Yes, Ashar actually told me about the stream earlier. What's up, Kunga? And I didn't get a chance to join. I was working. What's up, Vegan Cherokee Seagull? I love the name. And thank you, everybody, for being so friendly. What's up, Isabel? It's good, so good to see you. What's up, Christ X Star? Yeah, all this starts with a toy. Children aren't even allowed to play. Okay, so let's finish this and get through it, because I have some other stuff I want to cover. After the terrifying phone call, she had rushed home, and the parents took Romy to the New Croft Hospital in Wolverhampton. Excuse me. From there, Romy was transferred to Birmingham Children's Medical Hospital, where he underwent surgery the following day to stitch his nose back together. What was meant to be a 2-hour operation ended up taking 5 hours due to the extensive damage to the tot's face, followed by 2 nights in the hospital recovering. Oh my God. And they still call it beloved Stafford shit bull terrier cross, murdering piece of shit. Beloved. Had been part of the family for the majority of his 8-year life since being a puppy, and they have to keep drilling that point home, don't they? He's never shown signs of aggression. They say the police officers attended their home the same day and agreed that what happened was an accident, meaning that murdering piece of shit could stay with the family if they wished. But the mother of 8 admits she would never be able to trust the dog around her children again, so they decided to surrender him to the police to be rehomed. That part infuriated me when I read it. Jody said, child murdering piece of shit has always been a family dog who loved to play, loved to fuss. And you see how often they have to circle back around to how awesome the dog was? He was a soft dog. The kids loved him to death. He was Romy's best friend. They're still doing it. I don't think it was a planned attack. He's not continued the attack or ragged him about or anything. All that damage was done from just one bite. More of a reason not to have these fucking things around. At the end of the day, I'll always put my kids first. It was the best thing for the dog to go and hopefully be rehomed. I never trusted him around my kids again. I don't trust any dog anymore. At least she's got a little sense, right? One came up to Romy in the street when he was in the pram, and I spun the pram around and started screaming hysterically to get it away from him, which is how you should be reacting. You shouldn't want these things around your children. He'd been left with scarring on his face. He has to have checkups to the hospital as he grows due to concern the amount of stitching done to his nose will prevent it from growing with him. All this for a fucking dog. The doctors have warned he may need another operation by the time he's 4, and further surgery when he's a teenager to reshape his nose and nostrils to his growing face. Mother now hopes to warn other parents about the risks of having a dog around children. After being forced to rehome the pet she thought she could trust with her children. Even looking at him now, I can't believe he's got to live with this scar, but he's healing beautifully. I want to raise awareness and wouldn't advise anyone with kids having a dog because even if it's an accident, it can still happen. At least she's making a little sense. People love their dogs and say my dog would never do that. We used to say the same thing. After surrendering child murdering piece of shit to the police to be rehomed, the dog was given a thorough assessment and it was determined that he could not be rehomed due to the nature of the incident. God. Yeah, there you go, Chef. Good point. Blaming children for being attacked by dogs like wetting the bed and blaming the mattress. And then she says, why hasn't the pit bull lobby been sued for damages? Totally agree. What's up, Charles? Good to see you. It's like they are coached on what to say when this stuff happens. That's impossible. Some mutt come and fuck up your child and ain't nobody upset. I can't. That's what I was saying in the beginning of the video, Charles, and I know you just got here, was that I'll never, ever, not Fluffy, I will never, ever understand. Like I said, if this is a murder trial and then they're in there talking about a guy whom, I can't have super chat until I have 1,000 subscribers. So send your friends and I'll get a super chat. Until then, I have a PayPal link if people want to donate. Beanie will probably throw it up for me because she's awesome. And don't forget about the Facebook page, Dogs Are Garbage, aka Ashley Facebook page, where we have a whole lot of fun. With only being repressed a little. It started as like us never having any issues, and suddenly now it's constantly. But fear not, I'm the only one who gets banned, so I just take the heat for everything you guys do. So it's cool. Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Isabel. We're good. Yes, thank you, Beanie. So she's got the stuff. She's awesome like that. Okay, so let's move on to a couple other things. I have some way older stories in here that I've really been wanting to cover. And because, my shit was all fucked up, I couldn't, let's see. So, yeah, I did. And see, I've still been going through. We did this. Awesome. I'm a little more caught up than I thought. That's great. So here's an article about the world's most dangerous dog breeds, and we're going to break this down and talk about it. I'd like to thank Ashar and people like Christ X Star and Christian Bale for always letting me know not only when IHD is live, but sending me stories. Beanie, if you would throw up the email would help. For anybody that wants to share your personal stories or the horrors of having to live with dogs or dog people, either current, past, or present, right? Wait, I didn't need one of those. Anyways, go ahead and email me about it. If you find any articles or attacks or anything, even if they're older ones that you'd like me to break down, please send them. I have about a of nonstop work, and I'll be back to making videos regularly again like I used to. So from now on, we can just look for this to happen every year because winter and spring is when I put in the most work. So here are some of the world's most dangerous dog breeds, okay? And I'm going to take a look at what you guys are saying before I jump in. Just commented on one of those shelter propaganda links about shitbulls and got spammed by young white women nutters. It's because they fuck those things. Awesome. We'll approve you when I get back in there. What's up, Maurice? Good to see you. Long time no see. Crazy old Maurice. All right. So let's get into this. Let's break this fucking list down. What are they going to tell us are the world's most dangerous dog breeds? And they've listed like 26 of these off, so we're not going to do every one of them because, do you guys really want to hang out with me that long? Surprisingly, that this dog made the list, and not surprisingly, because all dogs are dangerous, but bear with me here, is the Saint Bernard, okay? These giant dogs from the Swiss Alps are famous for rescuing people from the snow. They are generally intelligent and friendly animals. However, they can become aggressive in certain situations, especially if they are not properly socialized. There goes that fucking narrative again, they have to push that agenda that it's not the same. I call them Satan Bernards. It's not the Satan Bernard. It's the fact you didn't socialize it. Like all the other dogs that didn't have wonderful homes and families that ended up just magically attacking someone for no fucking reason. Due to their enormous size, this can mean trouble. And I've got news for people. Even the small ones, it means serious trouble. The English Mastiff landed on this list. And I'm going to just give you the names and kind of skip through. And the Chow Chow. My very first encounter with an aggressive dog as a child was a Chow Chow that belonged to my family. And this dog had bitten everyone. My aunt, my uncle, siblings, cousins, and it lived. They just kept letting it live. It's an East Asian dog breed. It's one of the most ancient still in existence, excuse me. They are called puffy lion dog, and it's easy to see why. With small ears and bushy manes, they have powerful jaws like a lion with a bite force of 220 pounds per square inch. And they can become aggressive due to lack of socialization or an overprotectiveness of their owner. I'll tell you the one that kept biting everybody that I had to deal with. It had nothing to do with any of that. The butt-fucking bull terrier, okay? And this is like the Spud McKenzie dog. There are different varieties of bully breeds, right? And so this is the long snout. They are just the most hideous fucking things. And they pull out, the whole Spuds McKenzie. Moving on. The Great Dane, okay, which stands 32 inches at the shoulder and taller than an adult human when on their hind legs. They tend to be sweet, friendly, and patient with children. You like how they have to keep doing this? However, they're still alert guard dogs. Just their sheer size is capable of injuring a person with a tackle. Great Danes have caused fatalities. So have some of the other dogs you've talked about. You didn't bring that up. The Bull Mastiff. Okay, so it's a cross between a bulldog and a mastiff. Okay, so like I said, there's a lot of these bull breeds. And the Kangol. For anybody who doesn't know what that dog is, it is a very large sheepdog. They kind of look like yellowish shepherds with black markings. Okay. They're gentle and friendly, so they have to do this. However, their size and bite force, which is reportedly as strong as 743 psi. So we got the Chow at 220. This one's damn near 3 times as much. Not quite. Make them dangerous to anyone who's threatening them or anything in their care. And they always have to make it sound like someone's out threatening this thing. And falling in on this list of the world's most dangerous dog breeds, 2 dogs I love to talk about because people always like to defend them. Okay? The Golden Retriever and the Labrador. The Labrador falls in this list. And people always defend them. I've had so many people, oh, no, there's Labradors, there's Golden Retrievers, there's good dogs. No. Labrador Retrievers are consistently the most popular pet dog in the United States, which could be why the probability falls that they are also responsible for the highest number of serious biting incidents. While labs are generally, every time, well-natured, lab owners should learn to watch out for signs of reactivity such as fearfulness, frustration, and even medical issues that may cause them to bite. The Australian Shepherd, they're very nippy. I know that for a fact. Mixed breeds of dog. Now, so this is a funny thing to put into this list because to me, a dog's a dog. But they have to point out these mixed breeds of dogs, okay? It's so absurd. Like I said, we're going to screw through this real quick. None other than the murder Oreo, the Siberian Husky. Loaded with energy, ready for playtime. And although they're friendly, outgoing, and eager to please, they can also be stubborn and require a great deal of training and attention. They are among the most dangerous dogs, particularly when there is lack of structure or training. The Belgian Malinois, they're recently pushing that movie with that dude who's supposed to be really hot and the goddamn dog. And I think it's called The Goddamn Dog. I don't know. The dog, shit-eating dog, something like that. We can come up with a better title. Stupidest fucking propaganda, pushing extremely dangerous breeds of dogs on people and making them think Tatum something. If Mr. Tatum can, deal with this dog and he's got abs and I want to fuck him, then apparently I can too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I get this butt fucking dog, I can get me a man like whatever the fuck his name is. It's also stupid. They're often mistaken for small German shepherds, but they're highly intelligent and energetic. They're excellent guard dogs and police dogs. However, they can also be quite aggressive, especially with small children and other animals. They only have a bite force of 195 psi, obviously falling short of the Kangol and the Chow Chow, but nonetheless. Okay. And the tundra dumpster, the Alaskan Malamute, okay, for obvious reasons. And also, I'm just having fun saying all the stupid names. And the Akita. And if any of you come up with more clever names for these fuckers, you feel free to let me know. I wonder how many times I've said fuck. The Pakistani bulldog, okay? These things are massive. If you imagine like a Great Dane, but built like a pit bull, that's exactly what they are. Strong and intelligent dog is known by several names, including the Bully, Gold Terrier, Goldong, and Konda. Pakistani bulldogs are smart, loyal, strong-willed, which means they need an owner who's a strong leader. Without proper, consistent training and a watchful eye, they can be very dangerous. Blah, 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 blah. The Caucasian Shepherd, and I know we've all talked about this before, is a massive dog that looks like a goddamn bear. They weigh up to 200 pounds. Okay, they are herding and guarding dogs. They are extremely aggressive, and they're very pushy. The Boxer. This is another one that everybody likes to be like, no, but a boxer is such good dogs. No, no, no. I love how they say they tend to be gentle with children and protective of families. They can also be stubborn and strong-willed, okay? So they were once bred for fighting. So there you go. Doesn't belong around your family. The American Bulldog. Look how many of these bully breeds ended up on here. The Tosa Inu, which is a Japanese Mastiff. So you just imagine a Mastiff. He's like, sorry. It's true, though, actually. It has the face of a Shar-Pei and the body of a Mastiff, and they weigh up to 200 pounds. They are actually banned in the UK and several other countries because of their potential for aggression. Hopefully you guys don't think I'm an asshole, because I thought that was really funny. Thank you. Who cares? What's up, Google user? Good to see you. Okay, back to this bullshit. God damn it. Why do I suck? The Cane Corso, of course, which is another Mastiff breed. Okay? The name even translates to the name guardian dog. If you guys remember those people that were living in that RV and had 2 or 3 of those Cane Corsos that were running around the neighborhood, fucking people up. And so there you go. The Perro de Presa Canario. Okay? This is a very intense dog. They're very large. They weigh over 100 pounds. They come from the Canary Islands, okay? And they have killed tons of people. They even mention it right here that these even trained dogs have killed people, okay? The Doberman Pinscher, all right? Obviously. Steady moving on. And the Shittweiler. The Crotchweiler. We've had all kinds of great names for them. And every time they have to say generally obedient dogs, generally really good with kids until they're not. Until they're fucking not. So the Shittweiler, the Crotchweiler, the German Shittard. One of the most popular dogs around the globe. German Shittards have been around for a little more than a century. They were first service dogs. They often work alongside military and law enforcement professionals, and they thrive on protecting humans. This is why they're responsible for so many injuries, including 19 fatalities over a 17-year period. I believe it's probably higher than that, but what do I know? I'm just a lady who studies this crap too much. And falling at number 2 on a list of 26 is the shit bull. No surprise there. And of course, the first things they use to describe it: intelligent, affectionate, funny, playful. These are all words that can be used to describe these dogs. However, they are also responsible for a large number of injuries and fatalities. All pit bulls to be spayed or neutered. Some experts believe that many pit bull attacks are the result of the dogs becoming so increasingly popular. Also, being bred for fighting, they're improperly trained and handled constantly, and they're responsible for the most bites in the U.S. in comparison to all other breeds of dog. I am shocked. And then they just had to do this to try to fuck stuff up. How many of you have actually seen a wolf dog, a hybridization of a domestic dog and a wolf? I've seen a handful in my life, and I worked with dogs for over 20 years. You know how many shit bulls I've seen? So when they say that these hybrid dogs are the number 1 most dangerous dog, I argue that that is ridiculous, and that should be switched around. Wolf dog should fall, even if it's on this list somewhere very far back. But they do have a bite force of 406 psi. So still the Kangal falling, obviously, is the highest bite force, okay? 19 is rookie numbers for pit bulls. Exactly, Waxworms. What's up, Scorched Earth? And doggies are so loving. I thought we all knew that. I tell you. So I'm going back to look at some of your comments and see. Asskita. Who cares? That's pretty fucking good right there. I love shit like that. I'm happy to see you, Scorched Earth. I'm so happy to see so many of you, but definitely you. And let's see. The boxers are ugly as hell and stink more than the average stinking mutt. They really do, except for the Shar-Pei. What a smelly, worthless piece of shit. Marie says, don't you guys hate how now, more than ever, people bring their goddamn dogs in restaurants and malls? So, yeah, I was talking to a channel member the other day. I believe it was the Great Pumpkin, who said, that they've never seen a dog in the grocery store. That they live in a certain area in Texas. And in Texas, there are areas where dogs are still treated as dogs instead of like humans. They're not, the anthropomorphization is not as strong in some of the cities there that it is in others, right? Because they're still super like aggy and like, they treat critters like they're critters. Oh, Christ, X-Star, we missed you too. Google, it's so good to see you. So I'm still laughing at Tundra Dumpster. No, it never gets old, does it? Murder Oreo is one of my favorite ones. Chef says, Google user, hello. No, I've never been attacked before. Honestly, I have no idea why I got so lucky. My heart goes out to all dog attack victims. Rotten Mauler, that's a good one. Who cares? I have been attacked several times, though I've never really taken on much damage. I cause damage. Ashley, can I add you on Facebook? You won't see much dog hating stuff on my page because I'm honestly scared. Of course you can. Pittsburgh Pirates hat. I'd love to have you as a friend on Facebook. Just don't run away screaming. I'm kind of weird. No, really. I said, never been attacked either, BN. Good for you. Yeah, Pitbull kills. Okay, so actually the highest stats for Pitbulls were they were killing someone every 17 days through the year, I want to say 2017 or 2007. Mostly small to medium dogs that try to attack Google. And so now I'm through these comments. I still remember the story of you breaking that dog's jaw. Oh, yeah. So that was a shit bowl. Okay. Yeah, I've beat up a lot of dogs. I could tell stories all day about dogs I fucked up. So let me go back to the emails. Let's see what else we can pull up here. I would love to talk about a couple other things. And I did actually think about just going over some old statistics. I really like to do that. And I was on the phone with someone last night, something up, and I said, let's talk about this. I said, because I have everything written up. And so I pulled it out and started reading it. And they were just like, dude, like, you have all this information. I'm like, I have notebooks full of this information. So you guys remember the Putnam County man whom, hold on, got to shut this, man, like everything works so fast on my computer now. I don't know what to do with it. All right. Pause this. So the Putnam County man who had been attacked last month, the dogs have been attacking other people, and then the dogs have been destroyed, and the owners still haven't been charged. Let's give this a listen, shall we?
Dog mauling that left a man with life-threatening injuries. We've learned that this is not the first attack by those same dogs. On your sides, Robert Bradfield continues his exclusive reporting on this case and the new information revealed today about other victims. And we do want to warn you tonight, some of these images may be disturbing.
This is just a snapshot of the injuries Ruben Josie suffered by 8 dogs in an attack in Satsuma in late January. Dog aggression expert Jim Crosby says it should never have happened. According to documents we obtained from Putnam County Animal Control, we learned these dogs bit 2 other people before.
The fact that we have other victims shows me that this is a pattern of behavior that it sounds like the owner never addressed.
But those 2 other victims never reported their injuries. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office says the owner will not be charged because there was no known prior history of aggressive behavior. Crosby says state statute allows for negligence charges to be filed.
You don't have to mean to be reckless if you...
So this is from March, and yeah, like, this is not the same rules for humans, people.
You simply are, then you can be held accountable for it.
We reached out to the dog's owner, but he has not returned our calls. The dogs were euthanized. Crosby says this is an unfortunate reminder that owners are responsible for their pets And he wants to know, if the dogs posed a threat before, why did the owner allow them to run loose?
If they hadn't been running loose, they wouldn't have been exposed to this person.
Well, and that's the victim.
And see, this is what we're always talking about. If they weren't running loose everywhere, we wouldn't even have to worry about it. Okay? Fuck. Oh, let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, there's a mutt in the doctor's office last week. I've been seeing that a lot. BN says, Ashley, earlier today I saw a video of some prideful dog nut bringing around this giant, ugly Great Dane to the mall, even though it acted up before, followed by praise from... They love that shit. They back each other up. Charles says it's increased. I went to a movie theater and someone brought a dog in there. See, I can't. Google, I don't know how you do it. It's not even about working at Walmart. It's the amount of people that take dogs, and I won't even go in there. Fuck. Just killing me. Oh, my God. Okay, so I'm skipping through. Yeah, that's Larry. I was showing everybody Larry. This is Larry the Lynx. And then I'm going to go into some statistics. See, like I say, he's got this big, wild neck hair. And then I stuck my finger in his butt in front of everybody, which I won't repeat, because I feel dirty. I feel like a fucking pimp. Where is my crunk juice? Shit, I don't have anyone here to ask for crunk juice. I'm always fucking up auto control. Yeah, Walmart is mutt central. And, you know, people of Walmart, there's obvious reasons. No, I have a fox pelt. I'm going to save that one for the next one, but I don't have any crunk juice. So I want to compare some statistics with you guys real quick before we wrap this stream up. Let's see, we're at 36 minutes. I was comparing, and I put up the video the other day. Walmart, who cares, is on fire. I love it. Man, that's great. Who cares? Me. Who cares? I care. I give so many fucks. Okay. We've got this children in comparison to homeless and foster children in comparison to dogs. Okay, check this shit out. It will piss you off. Where is it? 110,000 children are adopted out every year. 110,000. Guess how many pets are adopted out every year? 110,000 children, 3.2 million animals are put up for adoption each year. Oh, and Pittsburgh Pirates hat. And I talked about this in my video, homeless shelters versus... it's disgusting, isn't it, Charles? I talked about this in my video, and think of the quality of the two places, okay? So you have like these animal facilities with all of these volunteers cleaning these places up, bleaching them, taking care of them, making them super clean, changing the beds. And then you've got homeless shelters and foster care systems that are riddled with sexual abuse, different types of insects, bugs, head lice, filthy, disgusting fucking places that people can't even get into. Oh, the Salvation Army. Don't even get me started. I'm that guy. In fact, we'll probably do real well as Facebook friends because I'm big on that kind of stuff. I'm sick of the injustice to humans while these fucking dogs are treated like gold, okay? Roughly 550,000 people experience homelessness every night, okay? But we got 3.2 million animals being put up for adoption every year versus 110,000 children, okay? 620,000 dogs are part of that 3.2 million and only 90,000 cats. I will address this. Waxworms is allowed to have his opinions, so don't jump him. I'm very funny about that. He says most dogs are gross. He likes a couple dogs. Let it be. Okay? Hey, guys, don't do that. Waxworms, you're welcome here. We have plenty of group members that like some dogs, guys. They're afraid to talk about them. Now, if you're going to be polite and ask questions, that's fine. But none of the bullying or shitty stuff. Waxworms doesn't like most dogs. I can take that, you know. He says, Maurice says, I don't hate dogs. I hate that we're forcing them into our world, you know? And people are psycho about dogs, Waxworm says. And I actually know a couple people in my personal life that don't hate dogs. They hate the way they're being treated. They hate how they've transferred into being treated better than humans, better than children. So I'll have to, how do I put this? I've said this a lot to people. Like, I like to focus on the things, the many, many things we have in common versus arguing about one little thing that we don't, right? So dogs can see that. So I hate dogs and dog nutters. I hate dogs with a fucking passion. Okay. And I hate dog nutters. Do I have a neighbor that is better with their dogs, that the dogs bark less than the rest of the neighborhood dogs, that they don't allow their yard to smell and look like a shit kennel and everything else? Yes. Yes, I do. Doesn't mean I like them. Doesn't mean I agree with it. But I like how Beanie just said it. Everyone's respectful opinions are always welcome. So, be polite. There you go. Like 1%. And I can say myself, after training dogs for over 20 years, I've dealt with 1 or 2 dogs that were decent. Does it mean that they're not going to attack someone one day? No one can say that. Okay. They're a ton of work. He has a passion for animals and being exactly, So we're really going to limit ourselves if we jump all over anyone respectfully checking this out. Thank you, Ashar, for putting that into proper words. And that's my point. When I looked down and seen how you guys jumped at him when he said that, it was a little disappointing. We don't do that. If we get someone on here that even thinks they like dogs, and we've had them and helped change their mind, okay? It's no big deal, but we all need to be careful in how we address each other. We can chase someone off that actually is open to the concept, and we don't want that. This isn't like dog hater club only. And look, I've noticed a couple of people have left, and that's totally fine. If you're here to bully and you can only severely hate dogs and can't accept anybody else, I've had friends in my life that liked dogs, had shit go down, and then changed their mind. If I stayed away from them completely and treated them shitty, I've never been around to see the transition. So, ends up being a lot of people. So that's definitely something we can talk about. There are a lot of people that do have to tolerate dogs around their family. Now, I don't have family, and I don't spend time with friends that have dogs. I do have to deal with them at work all the time. Now, I've had people say like, oh, I would never work around a dog. On the Facebook page a couple weeks ago, I posted a house I cleaned that had dogs in it prior. That's where a lot of my money comes from. And I got to be honest, there are so many people that own dogs. If I turned down every house that had dogs, I wouldn't make any money. And you know what I do, though? I charge people extra if they have pets. Oh, is it? Well, I'm jealous too. So anyways, I want to cover a couple more things here before we wrap things up for the night. I want to thank a few people. I want to thank Chef. She's always sent me great comedy videos and shit, and I really appreciate her. Like I said, Christ X-Star and Ashar and Beanie and Christian and people that are always letting me know about different live streams coming on. Okay. Let's see. Fuck Fluffy, right? And we all can agree on that, even if our opinions differ in different ways. So let's see. I want to thank some people. A couple people actually even donated a few bucks through the winter when I wasn't even active. And I think that was really nice of people. So I really want to tell everyone how much I appreciate them. I want to express some appreciation to a couple of private members. You guys know who you are, who have always stuck by me. And I really, really appreciate you. I'm sad to not see Slime Creeper here. I'm so used to seeing him, and he is not here. But whatever. And I had this other page I wanted to cover, and now I can't fucking find it. And it's getting hot in here, and I've got to go turn my shit around. Ah, here it is. Let me get my Fluffy. All right. Let's wrap this up with a couple of facts and statistics with my crazy hair. This friggin' links. So, oh, donkeys are great livestock guardians, and they hate dogs. We love slime. I love so many of you. I'm so happy to see you all here. It makes me so happy that you guys are here. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. Did you know this is actually what got me into making YouTubes in the beginning was, oh, please do, Chef. I haven't had any comedy videos. I need some. IHD and I were on one of his live streams, and he was discussing animal shelters in the United States. And I said, how many do you think? What's up, Serena? Good to see you. How many shelters for humans do you think there are in comparison to dog shelters? And IHD was like, oh, shit. You know, I didn't even think about that. And I'm like, got this, dude. Okay. So Charles says I was a former dog owner also, and when I speak from an area of understanding, because let's be honest, dog owners are recovering and could... Dude. Charles, you're a cool guy. You know, that's what I'm talking about. And me too. I have trained and been around dogs for over 20 years. It wasn't until about 4 years ago that I totally accepted how dangerous these things are and how much I truly hate them. And yeah, Waxworms is right. So there are over 14,000 shelters across the U.S., okay, for dogs and cats. All right. There are only 11,000 shelters for humans. So remember, 110,000 children adopted out every year versus 3.2 million pets, 14,000 shelters for critters, and only 11,000 for humans. 70% of homeless are men, okay? And they have a lot of trouble finding somewhere to stay. So 1 out of 5 parents say their pet is their favorite child. They're not biologists. Of 2,000 pet owners, 34% choose pets over their family. 44% of them have created their animals a social media account. 42% of people have thrown their pet a birthday party. 42% buy them clothes. 41% spend more money on food for their pets than they do themselves. 67% of adults say their pet is their best friend. I agree, Pittsburgh. 54% of these very adults say that their pet understands them better than their significant other. Oh, God. 68% of people say that pets are people too. Am I the only person who went to science class? None of these people make any damn sense. Okay, so let's wrap this up, God, so I can spare my brain cells. I've got some great stuff coming up in the future. I can't wait to cover with you guys. Make sure and protect yourselves. Fuck Fluffy. Pets are people too. Just kill me now. I appreciate all of you so much. I've seen a couple of our Facebook members here. I'm so happy to see you guys. Called Papa John's corporate one time because I went to pick up a pizza. There was a motherfucking dog in the kitchen. Needless to say, I walked out without buying the pizza and I ordered and went elsewhere. Brah, that's fucking disgusting. Okay, so before we wrap this up, this is your guys' chance to put up a comment if you'd like me to read it out loud or address anything. I have my notebook right next to me. Thank you, Beanie. There's the Facebook group. Please join if you'd like. It's a private Facebook group, as private as Facebook can get. So if you have anything you would like me to talk about, please comment it now or email me, okay? Of course, no waxworms. Thank you for being honest. We need people to be honest. And there's a couple people like Lisa Love. She started a channel for a while and stopped. She has a dog and says, like, she hates the goddamn thing, you know, and she's just waiting to, like, rehome it or have it die, and she's been trying. Google, I think I remember you saying something about that. Charles says, I may be stepping out on a ledge, but this dog logic is tied into an aspect to control something. One can't sit there and just justify something so nasty like that. I think it's control. I do too. And I think it's part of a big agenda. And I've talked to a couple people about this. It is part of a larger agenda to brainwash and dumb people down and separate us from one another. Is we need to spend more time with our own species. We need to be closer with our own humans. I made this comment before. I know it's messy. I know your cousin stole your CDs or your girlfriend cheated on you and all this stuff. It's no need to turn on your entire species. Okay? Like, seriously, everybody grow the fuck up. Pittsburgh says, Google user, I saw a guy bring his chihuahua into a Papa John's. Jesus Christ. Love you too, Asher, very much. Yes, good night, Gling. Take care. Good to see you. Okay. What else we got here? Awesome group, by the way. Thank you, Christ X Star. Let's see. What else? Yeah, please do catch streams if you can. It says, bring the dog on a walk in the woods, a remote area with no walking trails, and say it got lost. I've known some people who've done that. I think the more people are obsessed with dogs, the less trustworthy they are. I totally agree. You cannot trust them to make good judgment and decisions with other humans. That's where their priority lies. I was actually talking to one of our group members the other day. I'm going to keep them anonymous at the moment. And we were talking about how many of these people like claim how much they like dogs more than kids. If they've seen a child and a dog, it doesn't even have to be their own dog. They would choose to save the dog over the child. And then you'll see people make these terrible comments. Said, yeah, people have gotten really, yeah, agree. Being hurt by a few humans is not a reason to be a misanthrope. Yeah, I agree. You guys are smartest people ever here, I'll tell you. So let's wrap it up. You've got my email, guys. Good night, Isabel. So wonderful to see you. Yeah, send me your emails. If you guys just want to reach out and even say hi, the email's in the description, and Beanie also posted it a couple times. Let's see. Good night to everyone. I hope to see you on the Facebook page. Fuck Fluffy. And until next time, protect yourself, wear your steel toe boots, take care of yourself, and don't forget, Ashley loves you.